On my search for my personal everyday mechanical keyboard, I had a few things that need to fit my criteria. I wanted a 10 keyless wireless mechanical keyboard with brown switches that didn't break the bank. My first choice at first was a Keychron K8, which actually fulfilled my criteria for my everyday keyboard, but when I tried out my friend's Keychron brown switch keyboard, I was actually pretty disappointed with the typing experience. After some research, I found the Royal Kludge RK987 keyboard and decided to give it a shot even though the price was surprisingly low at only $37. I've been using this keyboard now for a little over a month to give you guys a proper review of this keyboard in this video. So I've actually recently made a review video of the RK61 from Royal Kludge, which I'll link below, but it has a very similar unboxing experience with the keyboard, the USB Type-C charging cable, and a plastic keycap holder. Before getting into my thoughts about the keyboard, I first just want to start off by talking about some of the features and the specs of the RK987, and I want to let you guys know that I also did replace the keycaps, but it didn't change anything besides the looks. First, starting with the options for connecting the keyboard to your device, you can use the provided USB Type-A to USB Type-C cable to plug into the middle of the keyboard, or you can use the Bluetooth with a 100-hour battery life, which is a great feature at this price point that I'm planning on using at all times. The keyboard also has white backlighting with 19 different lighting modes and 3 customizable ones, which I'll show later in this video. Also, this keyboard has a TKL layout, meaning that it has all the keys you need besides the number pad. If you're someone who uses a few devices with the same keyboard, this keyboard can connect up to 5 different devices, which you can easily switch between using the function and the Q, W, E, R, or T keys. The RK987 is completely built of plastic, but it actually feels really sturdy with a hefty weight of 2.13 pounds. There's also really little wobble on the keys themselves, and this was the case before changing out the keycaps since both are PBT. In terms of ergonomics, the keyboard has adjustable feet, which is great to have for a more comfortable typing experience. Even if you choose not to use the feet on the back of the keyboard, the typing experience is still going to be nice because the keys are already slanted in a way that would make the keyboard comfortable to use. Over the time that I've had this keyboard, I've used it quite a bit for hours at a time and had no problems with my hand hurting at all. So after a month of using this keyboard, the best thing I could say about it is the layout and the typing experience. Now that I've also used an RK61 keyboard for a while to review, I know what that keyboard felt like with brown switches, and I can only say that the RK987 gets better from there. The tactile feedback from the keyboard is something that I really wanted, but it does come at a cost of being slightly loud. I know that brown switches are supposed to be pretty quiet, but at least for this keyboard, I'm sure you would be able to hear typing even from outside the room. Overall, it was really satisfying to use a keyboard to type with, and I found no major problems. Here's a sound test of the RK987 with brown switches. Besides the typing experience, something else that I really enjoyed about this keyboard was the layout. I know a lot of people are going to be using this keyboard as their main keyboard to game and type with, and I think that it would make for a really good everyday keyboard that can do everything you need. The 10 keyless layout is the one that I personally think is the best in terms of looks and functionality. For me personally, I really like having my arrow keys completely separated from the keyboard, so I don't have to look down if I'm clicking the right keys, since 60 and 65% keyboards have them integrated into the rest of the keyboard without any spacing. The delete key is something that I use frequently, and I like having those 6 keys separated as well. Overall, having a TKL layout gives the keyboard a little breathing room, and in my opinion, it's one of the best layouts for gaming and productivity. This keyboard unfortunately doesn't have any RGB lighting if that matters a lot to you, which to me personally is something that I really don't care for. Instead, the keyboard has white backlighting, which is really clean but not the brightest. Since I replaced my keycaps with the $27 set from YMDK, There isn't much shine through now, so you're not going to get the best representation of the lighting, but with the keycaps the keyboard comes with, the backlighting I would say is just good enough, but nothing special. The keycaps on this keyboard are PBT, which have a good amount of shine through to let the lighting show, and are more durable in the long term compared to ABS keycaps, which is something that usually comes with the keyboards in this price range. There's a total of 19 different lighting modes which you can change by using the function key and number keys, and you can also change the brightness of the lighting modes by using the function key and the up and down keys. And here are all the different lighting modes. Now to finally talk about what I don't like about this keyboard, we can start with the Bluetooth connectivity. For me personally, I don't like having any wires on my desk for my keyboard or mouse, so I knew that I wanted a mechanical keyboard that was going to be wireless without any connectivity issues. And that's pretty much what this keyboard delivers. However, once I don't use the keyboard for a few minutes, it turns off to save power, which is a great feature. But when I come back to the computer to use it again, it takes around 15 to 20 seconds to get it started again. Now honestly, this isn't a huge deal to me, but if you're someone who would get frustrated over this, and you don't want to use a provided USB Type-C cable to plug into your computer, this keyboard might not be it for you. The only other thing that was negative about this keyboard is that there's a slight ping with the keys in the corner of the keyboard, especially the control key and the spacebar. The ping isn't really that bad at all, and if you already watched the typing test and didn't see or hear any issues, then I'm sure you wouldn't notice them if you were typing on this keyboard either. Now those are my only two complaints about this keyboard, which honestly shows how great this keyboard is, especially for the price. Overall, if you're someone just getting into mechanical keyboards and you want the best bang for your buck keyboard, or you're someone just looking for a good quality mechanical keyboard with a decent layout, I think that the RK987 from Royal Kludge is an amazing option. Even if you have a higher budget and you're considering something like the Keychron K8 or something in that range, I think that the RK987 would provide a similar or an even better typing experience for half the price. Personally for me, I have to say that this has been one of my favorite tech purchases in a while, since it delivers so much value and quality. If you're interested in picking up this keyboard or the keycaps that I have on, I'll have both links down below in the description. Anyways, that's it for this video. If you guys enjoyed this one and you found it helpful, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.